Gigabyte School of Jump Mastery. I wanted to share a message with whomever needs to receive it. As I'm going through the particular part of my education, it's a coursework. It's a course titled IYT, which stands for Improve Your Truth. So as I've gone through this whole process of trying to, or taking this course and going through this process of, I took the course because I wanted to bring balance to the world and nurture balance. And I felt like the course could help me to do that. And it brought up so many different things, so many different, confusions that I had that were sort of budging up against me and pressing upon me, that they existed, and sure, lots of truths, different truths do exist, it's just revealed some things that I think are important for anybody else who wants to take this course. This is a very special school. It's an academy, really. It trains people in jump mastery. And anyways, let me get to the point of this video call. The message is that none of us, particularly those of us who identify with different bioethnic blueprints, these bodysuits, these avatars, we don't have the luxury of, harboring any bigotry or certain prejudices. Discernment and judgment is an important thing along the journey. But we really don't have we're very we're very misled by appearances at this particular time. Someone who is, say, a black woman with long dreadlocks and nerdy like glasses, you might get the impression that she's conscientious. In fact, she may not be. And then, I'm just drawing from some personal experiences. Somebody, the conversation that, Jews have the power, or people who seem to look like Jews and who are also doing bad things, you may want to place the blame and the hate and the disdain, the disagreement and the resistance. You may want to put that, you may want to activate your resistance with them, and it may not be what it is. It may not be what it is. And then those who come, those who love the Jesuits, or those who, may be of the Jesuit faith and may come across or appear fair seeming, may not actually be fair seeming, may not be fair. Is again, the course is Improve Your Truth, and my journey has revealed that our discrimination of whether we like somebody today or hate somebody tomorrow, and how it gets prioritized in our mental trigonometry index is Yeah, we got to look at it. We got to look at it. It is. It is. Our discrimination is. I think could be out of tune for the times, and it could be tuned up. Let's tune it up. Let's just tune it up. Yeah. Let's just tune it up. And like if we had a big catastrophe, there's part of that human brain where it's just like that same part that that it's a part of the human brain that just takes action, and we just save people. We could hate niggas one day, and then something happened, we helping. We just don't even care, because it's another part of the brain. It's probably the same part that no matter what culture, creed, nationality, bioethnic blueprint a baby comes packaged in, we have rules, we have love, we have concern and care about babies. This is a part of our mental trigonometry almanac that's accessed. And so our discriminations then are under our own control, and so that's why I think I could come to you with this suggestion that we suspend discriminations, especially around race, ethnicity. And for some people, obviously, this is not even an issue because they are on a different wavelength. But I think it's very important coursework to deal with the bioethnicity. Bioethics. Very important that our discriminations. Whew. Anyhow, that's all I wanted to say. We don't have the luxury. We need to go ahead and turn on that part of the brain, that discrimination that just says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put a moratorium on racial discriminations until I either sign up at the Jump Mastery Academy and enroll in the Improve Your Truth course, the IYT course, and go through my own inductions in the underworld. That's part of the coursework, is that you have to sort of like you have to go through the court system, and you have to kind of sort of be a heretic or a spy and go, and just be like rebel with a cause, and sort of go, no, I'm going to question things. Let me see what's really up. And I'm not going to go with this, and I'm just going to keep exploring. And then, your truth, you just compile it, and then all of a sudden it starts to crystallize. You start to really have a bilateral, your brain has a bilateral transfixation on, for example, your emotions toward a European, any thought forms towards Europeans, right? And then against, so like let's say you think Europeans are running the United States, and these are bad people. They have privilege, and they run the politics and the military, and these seem to be the ones that's doing these things. So you have this personal belief, and then you come up against, like, one of the people we learned about in our class was William Bill Cooper, who talks a lot about the Jesuits and really uncovered 9/11 and things of this nature, and things I didn't know nothing about. And then you start to see that, like, no, there's Europeans who are just about truth. Like, they're not even a European at that point. They're just actualizing, maximizing on truth, on faith in principles such as freedom, And then your mental trigonometry is challenged, and you go, no, man, there's some beautiful Europeans out here. So there's some beautiful so-called white people out here, and yeah, or then you know what I'm saying. So, but also you got to be careful because, well, that's a more advanced course, but so I won't get into it. That's 1B, 1B, which is I took 1A. I took IYT 1A, and then I'm taking IYT 1B. That's a whole different course, man. It was just we're in mid semester. It's really good stuff. But we basically got to improve our truth about, like, because a lot of the people that are right next to us, that are relatives, man, are perpetrating frauds, crimes, and mistruths, lies, on behalf of other groups. And I mean, you can't even, it's to the point where you can't, like, people will talk about the Jesuits, but you can't even hate the Jesuits. It's just a human condition. What these people do and how they do it and why their motive, and it's just like a human condition. And so I'm really grateful for the academy. I want to give a shout out to all my classmates, my compadres, my co-adventurers, man. So it's a great school, man. I'm really, it's it's almost like being in a Navy SEAL program, for real, because like what Navy SEALs learn is that, like, there's a relationship between emotions and thoughts. There's a relationship between, motivation and moving your body, and emotions that are moved by your thought. And there's an interplay between those two spheres, if you will. And there's different sort of, there's triggers that you have to use to get the best results out of you. And if you don't fully understand the mind, and you can't even be using the triggers, and somebody can control your triggers because they understand your mind better. You see what I'm saying? They understand your mind. So yeah, it's like a Navy SEAL program in that when you decide to go into the school to take the course, it's not what you expected. It's not the type of coursework where you're necessarily going to get, the support of your classmates, where they're going to help you with the homework, like, or the teacher. Because part of the teaching is that some things, at certain levels, he like, the teacher's she's going to let you sort of go down what seems to be dark tunnels, corridors of because you lack clarity or understanding or overstanding. And, you didn't go into this to get in any type of trouble or to provoke anybody. You just wanted to improve your truth, right? And so, and then depending on your personal mental trigonometry index, you may want to preserve your appearance. You may want to preserve your income, your money. You may want to preserve your good name, your reputation. And those are the things that will be tested when you go into the coursework. And so then when it's tested, you want to reach out for the teacher, like, help me, because I didn't want to go this far. I want to take the course. I wanted to get some information. But I didn't really want to go that far. And then that's when she's not gonna let you coast off. She's not leaving you, actually. And I've learned is that for you to really get it, and I mean, again, this is the Jump Mastery Academy. Certain things that, and it sucks, it fucking sucks. But maybe it's, but we're gonna maximize on that. It doesn't suck at all, because it's a beautiful becoming. So what are you becoming? Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all be good. Gigaspeed.